Joining us now, the former Prime Minister of Haiti, Laurent Lamothe. Good to have you with us this morning. As we look at what's going on here, as Kylie just said, the group, 400 Mozo, has been warned that if any harm comes to these hostages, there will be consequences. This is not a group that's new to kidnappings or to demands for ransoms. Does that kind of warning hold sway with them?
Well, this particular group has been giving a lot of problems and had many kidnappings. This is not a new problem. In the past few months, several Haitians have been kidnapped, and so today is 16 American and 1 Canadian. But this is not a situation also that's not solvable in the sense that they're not as strong as everybody claims. I mean, this is a group with very few gang members, and it takes political will and putting them in front of the situation and getting rid of the gang. I mean, it's negotiating with them would certainly not be an option, but of course they have to tread carefully, and once the Americans are out, would be good for the police and the Haitian security forces to finish with that particular gang and all the other gangs that are creating problems.
Do you think that this gets resolved without that $17 million in ransom being paid?
I think it's hard to say, but it would be very unfortunate for the $17 million to be paid, because that would only reinforce the gang and that would only finance further kidnappings. And so the solution is to short-term send experts, security experts to help the police in this particular situation. Midterm to get rid of the gang with a strong security presence around that area to finish with that gang situation completely.
So you say a strong security presence. I know you told my colleague Kate Baldwin yesterday that you believe this legitimacy issue that's been left behind by the assassination of the president needs to be resolved with an election. You also said the country needs to reestablish its military. Looking at the state of affairs right now, do you see either one of those things happening in short order? And if so, how? I mean, this is one gang, but there are others.
There are several others. And why? Because in the past 30 years, Haiti has had an international military presence with the UN presence since 1993, after the military was disbanded. So for the past 31 years, we had a UN military presence for 50% of the time. And today there is no UN military presence, nor has that presence been effective in the past. So the only way is to help Haiti strengthen his police and strengthen the military, because today's Haitian military budget is only $2 million a year. And there is no political support from the international community for that force. So until people realize that the Haitian police alone cannot do the job and has not been able to do the job for the past 30 years, we're going to see, unfortunately, this type of security breakdown.
I mean, look, let's hope this leads to something in terms of some immediate action. But it's also important to remember this is a terrible situation, and it's happening for Haitians on a daily basis. And we certainly need to keep a focus on it. Laurent Lamothe, thank you for your time. Still to come this morning, 5 college football